Hello and welcome back to Movie Health Community, the internet's #1 source of health warnings at the movies. Please keep in mind that nothing produced by Movie Health Community is medical advice, and nothing produced by Movie Health Community has been evaluated by medical professionals. I'm so glad I wore my Ryan Blaney shirt. He won today. He's going to the championship for, yeah! The Holdovers is a new movie with Paul Giamatti, directed by Alexander Payne, all about a boarding school and the teacher assigned to take care of the students who won't be going home for Christmas. As always, the first question on Movie Health Community is this movie safe? The answer for The Holdovers is yes! This movie is almost completely safe for photosensitive viewing. There is a grand total of 1 strobe effect, and if you know what to look for, it is easy to prepare for. When they count down to the new year, once the new year happens, there is a 1-second strobe effect on a TV screen. It's pretty severe, but it only lasts about a second, and with this information, you should be able to keep yourself completely safe. The rest of the movie is completely safe for photosensitive viewing. The motion in this movie is also nothing to worry about. There are very few moments that take place in moving cars. That's about it. Nothing handheld, nothing shaking. In terms of mental health, there is a little bit of schoolyard bullying, and there is one fairly graphic scene involving a dislocated shoulder. Now, is this movie any good? Yes, The Holdovers was absolutely delightful. Being filmed with equipment from the 1970s, and just that feeling of being a really old-fashioned 1970s movie, like a Christmas movie, it felt cozy. That seems to be the best word I can find to describe this movie. This movie felt cozy, like a hot cocoa on a snowy day. Paul Giamatti, this movie was made for him and his superpowers in acting. He was so good in this. But so was the new guy. He was excellent. I only have a couple of very small nitpicks about The Holdovers. One of them is something happens about a third of the way through the movie to the dynamic of all the characters that changes the rest of the movie. It's something I would have preferred not to happen because I was really interested in where we would go based on the dynamic that we had started to establish. But the rest of the movie from that point was still really good. The other nitpick I have is a really niche nitpick. Pretty much you'd have to be a current or former Mormon to even notice it. I am a former Mormon. There is a young child who is a Mormon. Someone asks him about the temple garment. And for being such a small child in the year 1970, he seems to know more than the church would be telling him. I would love to believe that he has much more openly conversive parents about the issue, but the fact that this is 1970 would lead me to really doubt that, because that's something that really only applies to Mormon adults. That's just a really tiny nitpick for a really niche group of people. I am going to give The Holdovers an A+. It makes me so happy, not only the fact that this movie was good, but also the fact that it's as safe as it is to watch. Now, unfortunately, I do have a little bit of bad news. We are going to have to delay the release of the flashing lights warning track for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. There's a brief explanation about it already on our Patreon page, but just there's too much going on, and I should be able to have it to you in about a week. Thank you so much to our patrons for our patience, and thank you so much to our patrons as always. We could not do what we do without you guys. The names of all of our patrons, including some of our new ones that have joined this week, are scrolling across the screen like credits now. Thank you as well to our followers on Tumblr and Facebook. Be sure to leave a like on this video, hit subscribe, and click the bell icon if you want to be notified of when we post new videos. And as always, stay safe at the movies.